We had the Yom Kippur War, where the oil got cut off. We said, you know, if our cars are not so efficient, maybe our houses aren't, even though very few of us were actually heating with oil. But we started doing things in the 70s in North America, building these super efficient buildings that were amazingly forward-looking. You know, when Jimmy Carter said put on a sweater, it made perfect sense to me. I wasn't one of the people that were ridiculing that. I thought it was brilliant. And we were leaders in North America, right? And we were thought leaders in this. We were actual action leaders in this. Jimmy Carter came along and he says, this solar system that we're putting on the White House can represent us being leaders into the new century in this new technology, or it could end up in a museum. It's our choice, right? And we did some really cool stuff back then. You know, we did all these different kind of forward-looking stuff. But then in 1980, we got this. And he had friends like this who then gave us $1 a gallon gasoline. And we kind of lost sight of this. And people like me who were super excited about it were like, oh, shoot. So when this started coming around again 10 years ago, I was like, God, I kind of got my hopes up once. Do I really want to do it again? I'm kind of getting old, cynical. But the thing about opportunities, if they really exist, they're never lost. They just move to people who see them. So what happened? Well, one thing that happened is European countries are resource poor, and so their energy tends to be expensive. They also tax their energy in a way that is more reflective of the cost of that energy to society. We underwrite. We actually subsidize our energy here in the United States, so it keeps us peasants from rising with our pitchforks and getting the oligarchs out. That's another discussion that you can have over a beer if you like. But, you know, that's where we're going in this country, though they got to keep us quiet and sated. Also, lucky for us in the late 80s, not so lucky for us in the early 30s, Germany has a parliamentary system, which only 5% of the vote gets you representation. The Green Party got voted a small percentage and had to be included in one of the coalition governments. And when that happened, they were pushing their agenda of energy efficiency and renewable energy. The other thing that really pushed Passivhaus beyond kind of this boutique small thing was that the first time the Russians cut the gas off through the Ukraine back in 2006, Europeans said, holy crap, our people are dying out there and freezing in the middle of winter because the crazy Russians and Ukrainians are fighting each other. And so what happened was that countries like Austria, which is where it really took off, said, we're not going to be subject to the whims of these Slavs. We're going to put money into upgrading all our buildings so that if in the middle of winter, if we lose gas, people are not going to die. And they did a huge amount of investment, and that's where the Passivhaus curve really started going up. Really started going up to the point where Austria, if you look at what they've done and what they are doing, it's really impressive.